Hey, beautiful souls, beautiful sunshine here with the R Holistic Healer. I am back with another prophetic message, and it's so funny because I totally forgot about this dream. Sometimes when I receive a message, I sometimes hear the message in my sleep. By the time I wake up, I forget it if I haven't written it down already. But anyway, so let me get this message in because this wasn't a message that I had written down, but this was a message that did come through, and it just came to mind when I was trying to record this video prior to this video, but I had to clear some storage space out my phone. But anyway, so let me tell you this message. So I want to say that these energies are very, very, very kind of tricky, and as I've stated always, be mindful of trying to tune into your own intuition, not mine, not someone else's, but your own energy field. And the reason why I say that is because the message came to me about empaths, and when it came to me about empaths, and I was trying to record the video prior to this message, and it reminded me of a dream that I had that I did not get to write down, but by the time I woke up I had forgotten the dream, but it came to me the moment I was talking about empaths. So I was meant to tell you guys that some of you are empaths and you don't even realize that you're empaths. And empaths are people who are very intuitive. They feel things, whether other people's emotions, their feelings, whatever it is that they could be feeling. Some people are clairvoyant, some people are clairsentient, and there's so many others. So you should just look them up. But people are able to clairaudient, different type of empaths or whatever. So with that being said, I can't tell you what your gifts are, but it's up to you to be in tune to it. But some of you might have kind of speculated but wasn't quite for sure. So yes, keep in mind, sometimes you can pick up on other people's thoughts and feelings, and you think that they're yours and they're someone else's. So you have to be mindful. So that saying that says you are the company that you keep, it is very important. And again, this is not me judging anyone or trying to persuade anyone, but I'm just bringing something to your attention because these are some things that I had to learn myself too, because I had absolutely no idea that I was picking up on other people's energy too. That's part of the reason why I try to be mindful of the people that I hang around. Not only that, but I had to clear space, and people who I would normally how can I say it? People who I would normally kind of engage with, I had to kind of limit my communication with, just certain people, because I realized I was picking up on other people's energy and so on and so on. But not only that, but sometimes you can also pick up on other people's ailments that they have as well too. I don't want to necessarily say that's the energy that we're still in, but that was a point in my life that I realized that something was happening to me that I absolutely had no idea. But anyway, I don't want to get into a long message about that, but I just wanted to let you know, because what I'm about to share with you guys in this dream is just letting you know that some of you have been hanging around people who are of low vibrational type energy. And listen, I want you to understand this. I am not judging these people. I'm not judging anyone for the places or the spaces that they're in at this moment, because I get it that at some point in time not all, but some of us may have experienced being in low vibrational energies before, evolving as a person. But I saw in this dream, it was as if I was standing in a hallway, and it was very loud and kind of very just too much going on for me anyway. So it's just too much going on for me, and I knew that I was talking to someone else, and I was saying to them, it was like, girl, we got to get out of here. It was like, it's just too much going on. And I looked down, but when I realized where all the commotion was coming from, I noticed that we were standing inside this apartment building, because me and the girl was just standing there kind of talking. And let me not say girl, me and someone was standing there kind of talking, because I couldn't really see who I was talking to, but I knew I was talking to someone, but I felt like it was a girl. But anyway, so I was standing there talking to her, and I was like, well, I heard all the commotion going on downstairs. And you know how you're in an apartment building, let's just say maybe have 4 levels to the inside of the building, or even kind of like when you look in the stairwell and you look down the stairwell, but you don't walk down, but you can see down to the other floors of the stairs. So I looked over the rail, and I noticed that some guys was down there kind of they were down there gambling, rolling dice or whatever. And then I was just like, I just had this feeling like I need to get out of here. So me and the other person decided to leave. So we got outside, and we got outside, and then I noticed that there was a female, and she was kind of loud too. Not kind of. She was loud too. To the point it was just like, how you have people who are just like loud in the bunch. Again, let me be clear on this. I'm not judging. I'm just stating what I saw. But I just knew for me, that wasn't the type of energy that I wanted to partake in. So I was just trying to kind of almost like remove myself from the situation. But I also noticed too that this female, she was very loose. Like, again, I'm not judging her for her actions, but she was just in very low vibrational type energy, and she was just a little loud. I couldn't tell if she was intoxicated or not, but she had on a two-piece bathing suit. She had on some shorts, and I remember she had, it's almost like her upper two-piece that's supposed to hold her chest up, is like as if she had it unbuttoned or untied. So it was just a matter of time before her breast was going to be exposed if she just kept moving all over the place. But with that being said, it's like she was just being loud and obnoxious. She untied it, unclipped it, but she just had her breast that was just cuffed into the bathing suit. So in other words, if she just made one sudden move, then it was just a matter of her breast being exposed. But it was like she knew just to only do so much to kind of keep them in her bikini top. So again, her breast had cupped the bikini top, but it didn't move too much. But she was, doing a lot of, kind of like, that type of stuff when, laughing and walking when she was walking with someone. But I just noticed that she had stopped near a vehicle with it. I noticed that there was I don't know if they was husband and wife, but a man and a woman was sitting in the vehicle, and they just kind of looked at her in a sense like, just kind of glanced at her real quick. But I don't know if she was behaving in a manner because she saw them. It kind of gave me the indication like she was trying to get validation. It kind of gave me the energy she was trying to get validation or seek attention. Almost like, how somebody has this type of mindset of like, kind of like, I can get your man to look at me, even though they're there with another female. So that's kind of like the vibes that I was kind of receiving in the dream, when I saw what was taking place. And the reason why I say this is because I noticed she stopped right near their vehicle in a sense, and she was just like talking to the other girl, almost like she was like seeking, I don't know if it was the guy. I take it that was the guy's attention, again, because he was with someone. But sometimes, I guess women, I say this in love and light, I know that sometimes some women have a tendency of saying, well, if he was looking at me, then, he obviously wasn't into her that much, or something like, or let's just say hypothetically, if a husband was cheating on his wife or whatever, she would say something like, well, you obviously wasn't doing what you needed to do in order to keep him. All those things are just invalid reason to respond or act that way. Again, I'm not judging, I'm just saying. But with that being said, yes, that's why it's so important to make sure that you understand what's your energy, and make sure you understand what's somebody else's energy. Because again, all it takes is for you just to be hanging around other people, and you're not realizing that it could be other people's energy that you're picking up on, and it's not necessarily your energy, especially if you know that you don't normally behave in a certain type of way. That's the key. The key is to know thyself. When you know yourself, and when you get around other people, you tend to know what's yours and what's not yours. But you can't do that unless you take time and spend time to yourself, so you understand how you are as a person. So when you do get around other people, you realize, hey, okay, I'm acting out of character here. This is not how I normally act, so I must be picking up on other people's energy. And I'm not saying this to make excuses for people's behavior. That's not what I'm doing. You just truly have to know yourself. And And again, that's no judgment to anyone according to how they're behaving. Everything is a choice. Every choice that we make, you choose to make it, and I'm not judging anyone. You obviously felt like whatever was best for you at that particular time, you know, that's obviously the choice that you made. But anyway, let's move right on. So the next message that I received was someone who's actually I hope y'all don't hear that cross-eyed. Anyway, the next message was someone, I felt like this was like some sort of corporate type job. And the reason why I say that is because it was like a boss director, a team lead of some sort, someone who oversees a group of people on the job. So I got a feeling like this boss was kind of like being a bully, should I say? And it was just kind of like being a bully because I noticed I saw this person doing their, you know, whatever they hired them on to do. They was doing their job. But I also noticed that the team lead boss or whoever this person was, they was just nitpicking, just doing a lot of nitpicking stuff. They was just like targeting this person for whatever reasons, I don't know. But I would say this, from what I was seeing, they was just basically misusing their power. And the other thing to know is that, give me one second. But I also got a feeling too that in the dream they knew to only do it to a certain extent. So it was like they were pushing you a little bit, but then they knew to not push you too much. And the reason why I got that is because it was 3 different reasons why. Because one, either someone in the higher up company was basically saying that they was an asset and a value to their company, so basically don't mess with them. So I don't know if this person became a little jealous, maybe because they might have said that. Or the other thing was, number 2, the other thing was, I got a feeling like God shows you, I got a feeling like God is favoring you in a sense. So this person knew to only mess with you just enough to where they knew they was going to have to pay the consequences, but not have to pay it too big because they didn't mess with you like they, I guess kind of like they really wanted to is what I got. Like, they knew that they could mess with you just a little bit, even though you was like a favorite is what I got. So I don't know if it was a favor from God or favor from the CEO of the company, the corporation. And then the other thing I got was this person was, the other thing that had came through too is that you, or the other reason that had came through was this person only messed with you so much because it's almost like y'all had some sort of friendship, some sort of closeness, ties together in a sense. And the reason why I say that is because you know how you start a job and then sometimes you kind of feel like you click with somebody on a job, and then sometimes you feel like you click with them like really instantly. Well, sometimes we don't realize, sometimes we clicking with people again instantly, not realizing that again we could be picking up on other people's energy. But sometimes we have that soul, how can I say it, I don't want to say soul ties, but there's like some sort of lesson that needed to be learned, should I say, I guess in this lifetime. But anyway, so let me just say maybe the 2 of you may have flocked together like really, really quick, thinking like, oh, this is somebody I can, you know, kind of mess with, like this, you know, just hang out with. This is my, you know, my road dog at work or whatever the case may be. And then sometimes it could have been a situation that you got a little too close to this person. The reason why I say that is because, like I said, all 3 of those examples, because the way that this person kind of flip-flop, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because I had a second dream that was totally different from the first dream, and it continued on with this same individual person. And yeah, it continued on with the same individual person. So it kind of let me know, like, either when you got hired on at the job, you got a little too close to this person, and when you did that, you kind of open yourself up. You open up a portal. Yeah, see, you got to be careful when you get really close to people. I'm not telling you guys to isolate yourself from people, but you have to really understand who you're dealing with. Because sometimes we can open up these gateways to people, and and we experiences these things that we really don't want to have to deal with. But anyway, some things, I guess, they just meant to be learned anyway, and they're gonna happen. So because there's some sort of lesson that you need to learn. But anyway, so what I had gotten was, you left yourself open and vulnerable the moment that you kind of started clicking with this person. You became a little, you made yourself very vulnerable to this person, because you opened up to this person probably about your personal life, and maybe you shouldn't have, like how you're supposed to, not supposed to, how they say you leave work at work and leave home at home. Well, some of you guys were dealing with a situation where you didn't do that, and you allowed your home life to spill over into your work life, and you was telling people your business and involving them in your situation. So therefore, it kind of created a little bit of animosity, because I got a feeling that maybe some of you were trying to pull away from this person. And the moment you started pulling away from this person kind of started giving you a hard time. So that was the third scenario. So like I said, the first one was either you was an asset to the company and they told this individual who was the team lead not to bother you, or I felt like it was saying that, this person knew that you was some sort of favored within the company, God, or you were close to them at one point, and then now you pulled away and they're not liking that. So now it's like a form of retaliation. When you pull back your energy back from somebody, and then all of a sudden you do a switcheroo on them and they don't like that. So that was the end of that. But it continued on into another dream that I saw. And the other thing that I saw was, it was the same individual because this was the same individual who was the boss, the team lead, and who oversaw whatever project. It lets me know because it showed up as if they had ended up at your house, and they ended up at your house because it was as if, how can I say it? You've done favors for this person. You let them into your home. You've done favors for them, and when they came into your home, it was almost like they didn't have no respect for your home. They didn't have any respect for your home. They they walked into your home, and it was almost, and kind of just walked around your home and just in observing of your home. It's almost like it was a form of disrespect, should I say, because I got the feeling like they just had at work, it was more of a bullying attitude, but when they came into your home, it was more of a snooty type attitude. Uppity, very uppity is what I saw. And the reason why I say that is because she was walking around your home, and it was as if you had like a plant. And don't take it as if the plant, like some of you may have plants and some of you may not have plants, because you may not have plants, but it still apply to you. And the reason why it applies, because I noticed that when she was looking at this plant, after she moved a little bit, I saw the plant kind of withering up and drying out. So there was a message behind that. But I not only saw it once, she moved on and she went to look at another plant that was inside your home. And again, the plant just meant, it's a symbolism. So don't take it as if, oh, I don't have no plants. This message does not apply to me. That's not the case. The plant was symbolizing like vitality, life, nurturing, and all those other things. So when she stepped near those plants, and the plants were drying out, it was letting me know like this person is sucking the life out of you, the vitality out of you. And it's almost like being an energy vampire. So again, if you're someone who you have done favors for, who was a boss, somebody from work, I don't care how they are, team lead, whatever the case may be, you should, I'm not telling you what to do, but be mindful. You should definitely limit what information you give these people, because sometimes people can be like energy vampires. And when you hop into a friendship or relationship just too quick, I don't even care if it's somebody that you're meeting, you think, oh my God, like we're connected. We got the same issue going on. There's something called trauma bonding, meaning certain people are going through the same situation as you, and you feel like you connect with them because they're going through the same situation with you. Well, guess what? Ain't nobody going to evolve. Why? Because you both are going through the same thing. Who's going to be the one to say like, oh, this is not healthy. We sitting here bonding over the same issues that we have. But anyway, again, that's not me judging. I'm just bringing something to your attention. Again, so some of you may have been trauma bonding with a boss, supervisor, team lead, someone who oversees your group at work. They have overspilled into your home life by you opening up and giving them information about your life. And about your life. And I think this ties into another message that I had when God said, I'm not sure if I put this on YouTube or if I put it on Patreon, but basically God has said, no more are you going to be listening to other people. And I feel like that's that energy right there with that individual person, that some of you are going to get to a point that you're no longer going to be listening to this individual person, because you're going to realize that just how toxic they are. I'm sure the divine spirit of light are going to reveal to you exactly who this person is and see them for what they truly are. But again, when I saw the two plants wither up and dried out, it lets me know that this individual is an energy vampire. If you don't know what an energy vampire is, Google it. Okay, because it can be real. But anyway, and I don't mean like a vampire, you know, like once bitten, that type of vampire back in the day, but it's an energetic spiritual thing that goes on behind the scenes that you can't see. But anyway, let me move right on, because we're already 20 minutes into this video. Give me 1 second, guys. Okay, so okay, let me hurry up because I feel like this battery is getting low. Oh my God. Okay, so the other thing is, I wanted to let you guys know this too. So please, when the weather starts to get warm, just please pay attention to your surroundings. Try not to gather in big groups or whatever. This is just very important. Just keep this in mind. Be very watchful. Be very vigilant of just your surroundings, and just try to pay attention to detail. I'm not telling you to be paranoid. This is not a fear-mongering channel. I'm just basically just trying to give you a warning and just letting you know, just pay attention to your surroundings. So let me get into the last message. This last message was for, actually, you know what, I'm going to end it here. I'm going to have to do a second video because this phone is getting low and I don't want it to cut off on me. But let me end that message here. So on that note, just keep in mind, as I said before, look up what empath is, look up what the different clairsentience and clairaudience and the different oh shit, what is it called, the different yeah, the clairaudient, the clairsentient. I think it's like 5 of them. I don't really know the other ones. Clairaudient, clairsentient, clairvoyant, and some other ones. But anyway, check those out. Look them up. Look up what empath is and read up on empaths, and just make sure that because most importantly, you have to remember to protect your energetic field. And the other thing is, too, because I had to learn this, too, you have to create boundaries for yourself. Because when you don't create boundaries for yourself and you allow any and everyone into your energetic field, it's like you opening yourself up to another portal for people to come in, and just, it's almost like a spiritual violation, should I say. So when you don't cover yourself, not just covering yourself, when you don't cover yourself spiritually, it's like you're leaving the doors open for anyone to kind of invade your space. That's one thing I had to learn. But with that being said, I'm going to end this video here, and I'm going to pick up another video so I can finish the rest of this message. I don't want to make it too long because the battery is low, and I'm wishing you all much light until I make the second video. Bye.